Education is key to success. We haven't taught up anything. Each one have to teach one. Must bomb beside the one. We haven't taught us. Each one got to teach one. Let's learn from one another. Let's
go. Kgotso ale right because Koko na le teng, Koko na provider, everything. Kgotso na thola ntho engwe le engwe e batlang.
Ntho e nketseng ke be reason like ke butswe ke be reason eo. Bophelo ba ka ne bo tsaba sharp like reason like e ke tholang from now ke because o hola santse le mo like o le stutu ke yona reasoning ke ntsong ke be ka mogara because bo stutu ba ka bo endile ya phile hore we buy se bo le worse people batho ba bangata ba shogai wena khotswang ka bo shwile le ona no re believe go changeile ba amis this why I can't believe I can see bo etsalang no because mo ke tsamang bo bone ke thola lerato and because ke na le problem ya ke ba phota batho ba bone.
Hello, I'm Khalil Osiris. Welcome to Each One Teach One. Today we meet a young man who's made some bad choices in his life. From an early age, Kgotso's home life was disrupted, so his naughty behavior went unchecked. And to a great extent, he was left to raise himself. But when we say a child is naughty, what do we mean? What behaviors are we talking about? And are we aware that this naughtiness can signal potential problems later on if left unaddressed? Sometimes it's a short journey from naughty to delinquent and from delinquency to crime.
Ke dula le ntate wa ka ne le motho o batlang di-peace job haholo bona mme wa ka na dula ko Deep Kloof so like nna le nka mme wa ka le ntate wa ka anke so mme wa ka nna ntse nkisela kuma qwaqwa mfulo go hlakana di challenges tse ngata mo bona so then finally ke rena le bana le bo like le mme wa ka mme ka na le bana ba bang so ga dula ko mfulo ba bona gore mme wa ka like o ja like tšhelete ya bana and stuff abone so ba bana ba re tla banka re bise kwa go home ba ga attend call so nna because I was like ne nna mohole ne ke hlalefile ka move ka tlela ka mathela mona lady and then ka bolela like the time situation and then the time ka fitla ka poloma ka mo a fitla ka poloma ka mo ne ke dula le time la ka ke dula lena like ne re phela re tshwang ke tsa dijo everything ne ke tshol ang ke tse everything but then a fitla ka mo ntle ne ke change like ba motho mo mo so ke the way situation in ke ntseng gore ke tsene ke tshole gore ke go drunkong.
Mama I would dula from one place to another. Atsamaya one day I would dula ko Deep Kloof le mama I. And then until I go to Kloof, Rautla ba re Kgotso ha sa dula Deep Kloof, they moved to mama I. Ba dula kai ko Freedom Park. Ba tswile ko Freedom Park, setsa le ko mfulo Rautla setse ba re Kgotso o tshwere. I think kanana le bo 14 Kgotso a tshwara.
Thinking like hore ke lo senya like ke le ka qala ka lona le ntota because ne ke tsuba so a ne ke tsuba sometimes ne khutla late ka motlong ke tla le mathata ba like ba atting that what why wa bona so obviously ntata ka khathala obviously one day ang lwantsha ka bona okay because now house break ne ke etsa ne khutla like leading ngudla is something like goods wa bona ke di pata e bisa di nka e menen e chekisetsa tsona bona so ne ke bona ka bona go wa sharp ka qala Kgotso maybe like ke go bala dikoloi ka hlakana le Elvis this other guy Elvis ke motho lena o tswa from prison ntsa sign. So then a qala nthuta Kgotso wena ke a tseba wa phanda ntwana ka ne re tsuba mtekwane wa bona ne re tsuba zolo hai wena ga wa phanda ntwana tla mlo tlo dula leng ke go tla mlo ke tlo dula le wena ka re sure a re zo ka ya va wa bona a ka tsamaya ga ya bona antu ang introduce ka mamme wa hae ka hlapa ntshintsa diaparo ga bona ntwana so ang supporta a re tla mlo phanda okay ra tsoa ga lo ka di machelete o san ka re ke lo phanda mo ke phandang okay ke le ka lo phanda ka khutla le sona le DVD computer Kgotso but then the problem because now ke like it was nearly ko Pimville whereby ke family ya ke starting sa family ya bampono go le ke Kgotso tsamile nthuso so ba qala ba okay banglata bosiu ke duze le ntatwa because that okay same day ne ke dula Elvis ntatwa ka ntule police station o rena se ke mbalile so ba ga ko police station ba ngona ba ke tla mo khutlele ga otherwise ba tlong ke sa bankise stud school ga bua le Elvis ga ha fela o tla ya go yena o lo go bala fela otherwise all day una le nna wa bona ke go ke ya fitla ka motlong ke tsamale ke tsa dijo maponesa ma CID ya kena ko Clip Town ke mo situation e tsala teng ge I feel like more waiting trial because obviously uqala mo waiting trial a fihle fela mo tronkong wa bona a fitla ka mo waiting trial ne le mo ke nna motho tsubileng like o nna ke be like no go busasa like ke nna motho fane antle and then one of the guys at try like o nglwantsha wa bona and then because that time because ne se feel or na I have to stand my ground now ka etsang kamlonsa back and then I ka win a fight and then ke mo batse ba go mthusha pele mtho so wa bona so wa fitlantse like ntse ke trial batho ntse ba tswa o sala like se ke le motho wa bona so batho ba fitla like ne se bantse ba Kgotso ke motho so ka mo ntse ke le story ba ntshwala ka dikwa ba ntshwala ka eng
ke le ka khona go lo bona Kgotso maybe na setse ana le bo 3 years before a tswa ko tronkong and the setsa godile setsa le ko lokop ebe re mama ka ko Pimville nna ke tswa ko Pimville mama ka a ba re Kgotso ba mo founetse ko lokop ba re re tlo bona ngwana so ka itse di means tsa go tshwantse re qala go lo bona Kgotso ba re Kgotso ha ngwana ha sa checkiwe ko tronkong bana ba bang ba nka advantage ya gagwe ba mo harasa and then Kgotso wetsa ntho tse sa lokang because hana taba se tse ineletse gore whatever happens ke a sure or because maybe I think o bone kara a gona motho nang le taba le
Let's learn from one another. Let's go.
Pratibza wetsa like couple true soccer one wetsa like skill true soccer and then Joseph like obviously we have to express like yourself more through drawings and doing how my page and stuff so aba like how you want to fit the fele so it's no we sit down and we talk about life and then how we so I love like how he acted, you know, I can see already. So I inspire. It's a life skill. It's a ball. Pratibza obvious polo ke rata. So pratibza na. Nampono lina ki confident. And it's a captain. So neselina muchuni like muri selling ke bansa. Jensa klakaning ko groundung. Aklaken it's exercises so no. So and stuff. Yeah.
I came to know Kgotso while he was still in prison. and he was a hyper active young man and full of energy. And he was now in the school section. There's different section in Lukop. There's a section for those ones who are corrupt, the ones who are in labor, and the ones who are now developing a behavioral change, who go to school, and others, they just read. So by the time when I met Kgotso, he was already developed some changes within himself before Young in Prison could effectively impact him with the programs that we have. I went in recruiting. He would just jita his Kia, they would just run away. You know, he was not part of my program. He would just run away from the cell lockings and all that, so that they don't lock him up and pretend as if he's in my group. I wouldn't chase him out because I would accept anyone who comes to my program. And Kgotso doing that by himself without me inviting him or recruiting him, I saw something that he didn't realize within himself. So I thought, this will be the boy that I can work with harder. And he had great potential with himself. He had talents that are hidden, and he's not even aware of that. And Kgotso became one of the participants that really touched my heart. And then abatla tlodula le nna mofatshe a re brajo ke na le problem and ke need gore o nthuse. You know, ba ntse ba mo prisoning ke le motho o lo reng I'm actively involved with gangsterism and gang violence and stuff like that. You know, so him, I realized now it's no longer a job, but came more of pizzo, a calling. To say this young man, while asantsana ale ka mo prisoning, ha tlotswa ka mo prisoning, then aba atswa ele motho o le reng o fetohile le behavior ya hae se improvile since ibile he yena sa qadile that path ya ho change.
Basically, it looks like a gang, and I didn't know him at first until Ria Kempung. So reconnecting with Kempung, we used to chat together most of the time to do legal failure, and I found out to go Tronkong, and the way he's an ex-convict and he's the same and whatnot. I found out very kind, like he's generous. He always thinks before yena, and that's one of the things saying be attracted to yena, because he was so kind and always himself.
Nanong ke na le ngwana o tswile ona nong ka 24 tsa May. Ke ngwanyana lebitso la gagwe ke o gatilwe. Anto a gagwe ke thuto because of the situation o batla re ithute. I want the plans tsa ka gore gona nong palesa go tlele ko sekolong a bona, and then nna like I'm doing the computer and certificate, and then the software. I'm good in carpentry, plumbing. So can I try the piece so ke span on no zama ke thola the piece shop or no just for so yeah ke batla span show.
Ke le ka bua le Kgotso gore Kgotso since gona le ngwana tshwanetse o lo batla mosebetsi, and then my fiance will suggest gore since e le gona a tswang ko prison, there's a place called Market Street ya batho ba tswang ko tronkong a ye ko teng and then a lo kopa gore ba mo assiste gore a kgone go thola mosebetsi and then so that a tlo kgona go provide ngwana.
Wa realize the lessons that kileng a di thola while a santsana le ko prisoning, like freedom and responsibility. You know, hona no now sa tlo nka responsibility ka bane sana le ngwana. You know, he came go office ya rona a tlo kopa advice gore what do I do ke mo situation e so le so ke nahana gore ke give up mo bophelong and then ke lo batla mosebetsi ke sebetse and all that, and then ka be ke ma advice no Kgotso ha o itse ha jwang mo bophelong ha o mane o nyahame just like that, but this e tla ho ruta responsibility ya hore ke eng tse lo re tlamehile o di lore le wena as a young man, you're still a child, you know. So tswela pele o be le those goals le those plans while o tseba hore o na le responsibility ya ngwana.
Prison provided the opportunity to experience the structure and nurturing that Kgotso needed to find his way. While this may seem a tragic situation, it was in this environment, with the support and care of Mentor Joseph and the Young in Prison organization, that Kgotso developed good habits and learned to make good choices, which ultimately helped him to triumph in that situation. After the break, Kgotso faces the harsh realities of life after prison and the challenges of providing for his young family.
Let's learn from one another. Let's learn from one another.
Kgotso, here we are at the intervention stage. We've heard comments from your aunt and your daughter's mother and your mentor from Young in Prison.
Yes.
You've been through a lot.
It's been difficult, really.
What I want to know, how are you different today from how you were when you were involved in crime? Why should we believe you've changed? What is it that you would say is the evidence of your change?
I can say I'm a grown man now. So I've been through a lot. I've learned in prison. There are courses that I've made, you know. I can manage peer pressure. If they can say I can, you know, yeah, I can respond in another because I know what I want. I have a vision. While I was in there, I used to sit alone and think about my life, where I want to be from here.
How today would you say he is different?
Ke mmala o kgona go inaganela. O kgona gore ha sena dijo a tle ka kwa go nna rakgadi ke kopa dijo. I must make it a point gore Kgotso wa thola dijo. Why? Because I'm scared gore Kgotso a sa thole dijo, he'll go back to gore a re ke lo iphandela go batla dijo ene o phanda ka ditsela tse wrong.
Given that you have a child and you know how difficult it has been for you to get a job, what is your plan?
My plan is to get a work. Or like if I can get a work, definitely sure, I will make sure that I know that, you know, challenges are there, like most parents, so I have to like I have to just for myself, for my daughter. I really love my daughter, even though so, you know, yeah. So yeah.
Let me just say, because I want us to be very clear-headed and realistic about how difficult the road is going to be going forward. It's not going to get easier just because he's out. And this is one of the great disappointments that we often have when bad things have happened. We do the right thing, we take responsibility, we come back and try to change our lives, and not everyone is forgiving. I say that because when you go out to get a job, Kgotso, it's not going to be easy for you to convince someone that you deserve a chance over someone who's never gone to prison. So, how will you deal with that?
Okay, what I can say, I can be patient. I will tell you that whenever you need someone like me, you will call me, and I will keep on reminding you. Just give me your details, or I'll my details. I will give you my details. So yeah, it's difficult, honestly.
One of the things I'm going to say to you, and this is really important for you to hear about how to rebuild your life after the bad choices you've made. While you're not working, you need to find some place where they're doing work you believe in that's helping somebody else, and you need to go volunteer. Wherever you go to volunteer, you need to know that you're learning skills that's helping you be better prepared so that when you do go get a job or apply for a job, that you can show people what you've done while you were waiting. If an employer asks you what makes you special, what makes you different, and why should you get a job versus someone who hasn't been to prison, one of the things I'm going to say to you, Kgotso, is that because you're prepared to work harder, you're prepared to sacrifice more, you're prepared to prove that you're worthy of that job, and more importantly, everyone deserves a second chance.
Yes, sir.
What you do is going to impact your child now. What you do, your daughter will pay for. I don't want you to have an unrealistic expectation about how hard it's going to be. I want you to know that it's going to take everything in you to be a great father for your daughter, to be a husband to Polisa, to be a nephew to an aunt that has wept for you. I don't want you to take the easy road. I don't want you to think about this is just about having fun. Today you have a responsibility to do more than have fun. And you're getting a lot of support, but even that support is not going to be enough to simply change your life for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Kgotso, with each one, teach one, we have a tradition that we've started where at the end of each show, we celebrate the successes of the story and of the person that the story is about by giving them a lamp, a solar candle it's called. And this lamp is a symbol of hope. Your path forward, you're going to have to look around you, and whether it's bad or good, you're going to have to be a light. You're going to have to be a symbol of hope. First for yourself, and then for your daughter, your daughter's mother, your family. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
That's what this light is for you.
Thank you.
I have a very specific request with you. I want you to read to your daughter, to just spend time, find you some books that would be good for her, and read to her.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you. I will probably do that, sir.
As Kgotso has shown us today, we are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it. I'm Khalil Osiris. This is Each One, Teach One, and until we meet again next week, stay in the light.